4 men pled guilty in a drug gang case linked to slain Puerto Rican police sergeant. Good evening, it's June 12th. In San Juan, Puerto Rico, a major chapter in one of Puerto Rico's most notorious federal criminal cases moved closer to its conclusion after 4 alleged members of a violent drug trafficking organization pleaded guilty to their roles in a sprawling narcotics conspiracy and their connection to the murder of Police Sergeant Eliezer Ramos Beliz. Federal authorities announced that Victor Perez Fernandez, Luis Isaac Sanchez, Orbin O'Neill Concepcion Tapia, and Daniel Lopez Vega admitted their participation in a criminal enterprise that operated drug points throughout multiple public housing projects across Puerto Rico. The guilty pleas stem from a sweeping federal indictment that exposed the inner workings of La Alianza, or the Alliance, an organization prosecutors described as an extremely violent criminal organization that controlled the trafficking of fentanyl, cocaine, crack, marijuana, tramadol, clonazepam throughout several communities in the San Juan metropolitan area. Among the defendants is urban music performer Si Dobleta, whose arrest shocked fans when federal authorities accused him of participating in the criminal enterprise and linked him to the killing of Sergeant Ramos Beliz. The case traces back to Good Friday 2024, when Sergeant Ramos Beliz was fatally shot after reportedly pursuing gunmen who had been firing shots along the Valdoriotti de Castro Avenue. Investigators said the veteran officer followed the suspects into the Sabana Abajo public housing complex in Carolina, where he was ambushed and killed. Federal prosecutors later unveiled a massive indictment charging 56 alleged members of La Alianza, including a police officer accused of betraying his badge by assisting the criminal organization. Prosecutors allege the alliance used violence, intimidation, firearms, and corruption to maintain control over lucrative drug distribution points throughout public housing projects in Carolina, Loíza, San Juan, Canovanas, and the surrounding communities. The indictment further alleged that the corrupt law enforcement officers provided intelligence to gang members, monitored rival organizations, and accessed confidential police databases to aid in those criminal organizations. At the time charges were announced, then U.S. Attorney Stephen Muldrow warned that several defendants accused in the sergeant's murder could face the most severe penalties available under federal law, including life imprisonment and potentially the death penalty. The guilty pleas mark a significant victory for federal prosecutors and law enforcement officials who spent months building the case against what authorities describe as one of the most dangerous criminal organizations operating in Puerto Rico. The defendants now face the possibility of decades behind bars as the long-running prosecution continues to unfold. Stay with us for updates. This is Puerto Rico English News.